Subtitles. You won't believe what's next. Despite doubts, Ella helps AJ out of love. Better than letting him die unknown, right? With only a week, he must find the truth before the verdict. First, he locates AJ's boss, who states he heard AJ mention Martin's fraud, but the boss still dismissed AJ's theory as illogical. How could Officer Anthony travel back 3 days? How could someone leave a suspect's DNA laying butt at the scene? The timeline conflicts, making Ella think it's impossible. Subtitles. He then finds his DNA testing friend, who says Martin recently handled 17 murder cases. Subtitles. All tested by him. He guarantees the DNA tests are fine, but strangely, a large part of the 17 DNA samples were sent to the lab at the last minute. Then Ella visits a store AJ used to go to. The shop owner says every piece of clothing they sell has scanning the clothing's barcode reveals when it was bought, reigniting Ella's hope. But the subsequent words from the shop owner send a sudden chill down her spine, and Ella hurries back to the evidence room. Sure enough, Martin cut the tags off beforehand. This made Ella sure Martin was up to something. As Ella prepares to leave, Martin and Officer Anthony suddenly appear. Martin seems aware of the assistant's probe and hints Ella to stay out of it. But Ella doesn't give up. At home, she spreads out her notes but can't find a way to save AJ. Then, a call comes from jail. AJ appears to have figured out Martin's evidence-faking tactic. The cigarette in the photo likely wasn't placed by Officer Anthony. He can't time travel. He suspects the photo might also be fake. The cigarette could have been digitally added later. Subtitles. There was no cigarette at the crime scene. To confirm this, Ella asked the prosecutor's friend for help. Just as he was about to get data from the evidence unit, his friend calls, tells him to get evidence and leave. He plugs in USB after the man's gone. He uploads the suspected fake photo to a USB, then visits a studio specializing in image analysis. He tells them to see if the photo is cigarette but is faked. Tech starts scanning it. Oh my god. Just as AJ suspected, that cigarette was added later. Finally, Martin's fraudulent deeds again. He hurries to the TV station with a USB to expose it. But as Ella leaves, a cop spots his plan and tries to kill Ella by car. In the parking lot, Ella swiftly hides using terrain. Officer Mate appears at this critical moment. In the end, Anthony gets shot by the man, and Ella's saved. Unbeknownst to Officer Mate, he's just rescued someone truly important. The next day, Martin is arrested by Officer Mate in court for evidence tampering. Martin's reputation crumbles in an instant. He was hoping to use these tactics to run for governor, but now it all vanishes like smoke. His 18 cases, including AJ, are invalidated. Ella brings AJ home, thinking all settled. After seeing a news report, he realizes Martin's arrest has downsides. His handled cases all become cold, especially the prostitute murder case involving AJ. A TV ad photo sent shivers down Ella's spine. The victim had a clear star tattoo on her finger. She seems to have seen it before, yes, in AJ interview footage. Remember AJ interview with 15-year-old Tasia 6 months ago? She got pregnant after an assault. Didn't AJ say she committed suicide in winter? So who's the escort that turned up dead 2 weeks ago at the crime scene? Ella quickly grabs the files without waking the sleeping AJ. She realizes that the man right in front of her could potentially be the actual murderer. She replays that interview footage and compares it with the photo, discovering the dead girl is indeed the one in the video. Ella realizes Tasia didn't die of an overdose as AJ claimed. Instead, she was killed by AJ. His previous award-winning reports were fake, and he hired Tasia to film false news for promotion. But unexpectedly, Tasia later blackmailed her with the fake news, prompting her to stage events, supposedly to expose Martin. Subtitles. In fact, it's to remove blackmailer Tasia and gain a scoop. Ella sees it as killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Most importantly, subtitle. In U.S. law, there's the double jeopardy principle, meaning a crime can only be charged once under specific circumstances. Defendant cannot be prosecuted twice for the same crime. AJ plans to exploit this loophole. Even if she's released and new evidence emerges, she can't be charged with murder again. AJ thinks his plan is foolproof, but she is actually wrong. She really should have consulted with her girlfriend Ella, who is an assistant prosecutor, about what she meant before putting the plan into action. The double jeopardy rule applies only to the acquitted. AJ's case is unique. He was caught due to Prosecutor Martin's crime, so he is indirectly released. and all the trials Martin handled are nano. AJ's plan doesn't fall under that legal clause, so of course, it turns out that Ella had already called the police before AJ woke up, as she was worried he might do something extreme. There's just one thing I want to say, do you know? There's simply one thing I wish to convey. Go to hell. The movie ends here. Some may think the director forced a twist in the last 5 minutes, but a closer look reveals some moments in the film hinted early on that AJ is the killer. Like that time at 4 a.m. when AJ was awakened by his friend. In his rush to get out of bed, he accidentally bumped himself. No wonder he was limping. He had been bitten by a dog earlier, but to avoid suspicion, he acted like he just woke up. As the fake killer, you'll notice that Finley recorded everything except the moment he got bitten by the dog. AJ cleverly pinned the injury from that night on his newly bought dog. Plus, when his girlfriend Ella hugs him and says she'll support him no matter what, AJ is smirking in a corner where she can't see him because he knows it's all one big scam. He exploited his girlfriend's trust, hiding until Ella found his secret. Had she not, the killer might never have been exposed. So he treats her like a sneaky hidden dog, over and over. Yep, he treats him like a sneaky dog. The criminal likely won't reveal the truth. The film vividly portrays human complexity and societal darkness through its gripping plot.